Hello, you want to learn how to make cottage pie, do you? Well, go and watch it somewhere else, because I haven't got a bloody clue. That's it. No, we'll stop there. Actually, I'm just having a laugh. Anyhow, I've got to get in the sun a little bit cooler, because it gets hot in the kitchen, do you know what I mean? So, hold on a minute. So we're all dressed and ready, all of us get ready. So, what we've got, first of all, what we need to do before you make any cottage pie is you need alcohol. This is Fulton's Harvest Pumpkin Pie. God, it smells all right, actually. That smells pretty good.
Yeah.
Rainbow. Right, let's have a taste of that, see what that's about. It's a bit warm, actually. It's quite nice. Right, cottage pie, what's going on? So, I have got, because I'm going to make a load of it, I have got this, it's Laura's lean beef. Laura, she's tons of it, got tons of it. These, eventually they'll run out, but she's got loads of it. And so I've got 4 of these, and what are these? These are, well, this is £1 or 1 lib. So here we go, we've got 4 of these of beef. I don't think it matters. If you've got anything that's not lean, then cook the beef first and then drain the excess out, and then you can have more lean beef or whatever. I don't know. So this is what I do. This is more of a college. This is more of a college kind of cooking thing, but I don't know. I'm still cooking it now. Anyhow, so I've got 4 of these. That's £4. I've got an onion. I'm not going to do all of it. I'm going to cut it in half and then put that bit in. You know, cut it all up and all that jazz. I've got some tomato puree. They call it paste over here. This is puree, tomato puree. So in the UK, I'm showing the world how to do cottage pie my way, because obviously there's a better way to do it. We've got some thyme, which is probably better to put real thyme in rather than this fake thyme, but this is thyme. Actually, I better get cooking because I haven't got much time. And then what else do we have? We've also got some veggie. You can do like more than this. So I've got what these are peas, peas and carrots, right? But you could have like peas and corn and stuff like that, you know. You can get a bit more veg going than you want. You could even have chunkier carrots in there, those little mini carrots or whatever. Yeah. And then, so we've got that. We've got these potatoes. They don't have to be from Idaho. You can just get any old potatoes. And then, you know, the size doesn't really matter because you're going to chop them into pieces anyway. And I don't know, it's all relative. If you get a big potato, it takes ages to cut that one potato. You get small potatoes, it takes less time to cut that potato, but there's more potatoes to cut, and it all works out about the same. So, we've got Idaho potatoes, they're from Idaho. I don't know. And then we've got Italian sausages, mild. So in the UK, just get some normal sausages, you know, that's fine. Over here, everything's salty. So you won't need to put any salt in this, because we're going to have some Lea and Perrins. We're going to have Worcester sauce, not Worcestershire sauce. We're going to have Lea and Perrins, you call it. Lea and Perrins, that's all you call it. If you want to go and do some syllables, let's have a look, can we see? Yeah, if you want to do some syllables, then you read that bit. If you want to just do Lea and Perrins, there you go, Lea and Perrins. Right, everyone knows Lea and Perrins. Is there enough? There is enough. Well, I've got some chicken stock. I bought this just in case, because I thought I had some beef stock, but yeah, you just have like a couple of these capsules of chicken stock. This is why you don't really need the salt, you know, to add the salt in, because you got all this business going on. There's salt in here, there's salt in here. And then in America, there's loads of salt in here. This is the crazy one. So over here, they call it heavy whipping cream. We call it just double cream or single cream. So in the UK, double cream, or over here, heavy whipping cream. And what you do is when you cook your potatoes, you pour some of this in so you can mash it up and, you know, make it nicer. Make your mashed potato nicer. Right, anyhow, so is that everything? I don't know. We've got the paste. First, we've got flour, so you do some flour. Right, okay, well, I'll get onto this now. So let's pause here and move on to the next bit. Right, so I've got this bloody great big thing, yeah, pretty deep, doesn't really matter, I suppose, and I whack this up to the max. So I'll put it on there, that's what. Do you want me to put any oil in there? I don't know. Probably not. Right, I suppose I need a spoon. Oh, here we go. There we go. Basically, I'm just going to cook each one of these and put it in this beast. Right, okay, so let me put this here. And then I'll do one and then, I don't know. I've got to turn around before it's big. Alright, slap it in here. There you go, look at that. That's all I can say about that. So while that beef's cooking, I completely forgot, it's better to get the old onion cut. Let's cut this up. Cut it in half. Cut this here. Cut there, and I'm not doing any special cuts here. There is nothing special about this for me. Right, what you do, right, Gia, you ready? So what you do is you breathe in through your mouth. So I've got the onion ready.
I'm little.
And then what you do is you get flour. No?
Wow.
Right, so I've got some paste. Right, or tomato puree as we call it in the UK. And then, right, so I don't need that yet, but so for the meat to go in, we need to have a good setup of flour, tomato puree, and onions.
Can I see?
No! I don't know what oil you're putting in there, so I'm just going to put a bit of this olive oil maybe. I don't know, just something that makes it a bit oily down there. I don't know, it doesn't mean anything to me. I've got peanut oil, or I'll put these onions in. Get in there. So I'm going to get this going first before I put this in here. And also, because this is only 8% fat, I'm not going to bother draining it. Do you know what I mean? Very exciting. Right, the onion's starting to brown a bit. So what I'm going to do now, I don't know if that means anything, but I'm just going to go with this flow as if I know what I'm talking about. And then what you do is you get some of this paste. This is like, it's like a teaspoon really. So I'm just going to get a load in. Half of this. Just squirting as much as you want. Look at that, loads of it. Anyhow, so that's that. To get a nice kind of like texture to it, a bit of a thicker texture, I'll put in some of this. So this is like a tablespoon, is this a tablespoon? Like a normal spoon that you use to eat your breakfast with. That sort of spoon, whatever that spoon's called. Teaspoon, tablespoon, bloody, whatever you call it. And I don't know, I'm just going to slap some in. Alright, there we go, let's put that in. Whatever. Mix it about. Until I end up with whatever it turns into. Almost like I'm making a bloody pie, I suppose, and I slip down, you know. Might have put too much flour in, but it doesn't really matter. I'm starting to smell burnt in there, so let's get this in here quick. Right, so some red wine. Red wine, in you go. Let's put a bit in. I mean, that was a load, but you can see how much is in there. That's how much red wine I put in. And I think it's all just going to get burnt. There we go, just mix that around. Keep mixing it. Right now the chef's going, this guy needs taking off the internet. Get him off the internet now. Abort mission. This guy cannot continue. I wonder what this tastes like by itself, to be honest with you. It's probably disgusting. But I'll tell you what, once it's been done, everybody goes, do you know what? That tastes alright, that does. In you go. Right, let's mix that around. Look at this. And then, I completely forgot, you've got to boil the kettle. So, I'll put this down low, because really I should have that hot water pouring now. But I'm going to now do the other load of meat. Right, here we go. Alright, so this is brown now. How now, brown cow? So let's get this over into here. I've actually set this onto a really, really low simmer. How's this doing? Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer. Oh my god, what are you bad jokes? I laugh at my own jokes. Let's get that in as well. This is heavy, this. This is heavy. Meat. Yeah, if you don't want to make as much as me, just do half the amount I'm putting in, do you know what I mean? Just 2 pounds of beef. Because I don't have any beef stock ones I can find right now, I'm going to use a chicken one. Should be alright, I suppose. I've never used a chicken one before, but people seem to put chickens with bloody cows and everything. And, you know, in the UK they fed sheep to bloody cows, didn't they? So sheep options are alright apparently. Just do what you want. So I'm going to just plonk that in there. I should really let it kind of melt in a pot of hot water, but it'll melt in here, won't it? Why is there water coming out the bottom of the kettle? Look at that. Why is there water coming out the bottom of the kettle? That's very frustrating, that. So I'm just going to pour loads in until the beef's covered, I guess. And then what I'll also do is put a little bit of thyme in. Put in some real thyme. And I don't think you want to do it too crazy with the thyme because it kind of gets into the pork and stuff as well. You don't have to put pork in if you don't want to, but I'm just going to sprinkle a bit in there. It's probably enough in it, I don't know. Get a bit flippant with the old Lee and Perrins, yeah? There you go, just put a little dash in there. It's one of those things where it makes you feel like you're a real connoisseur of, you know, cooking. Like, you know, just flipping it in there. Flipping. Right, so I'll just keep this going. Got to pour the kettle again. I don't want to go too crazy because we're going to be eating at 3. It'll take bloody ages, this. So I'm going to fill up the kettle again, put some more water in so I can leave it to simmer for a while, because the longer you simmer it for, the nicer it is, I think. Completely forgot about the pepper. What are these? 4 coloured peppercorns. I don't know, it's just pepper in it, I suppose. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some of that in there as well. And this is something I'll be putting in a bit. The old pepper and the Lee and Perrins. Sausage time. It's time for a sausage fest. It's now and live. I'm just going to slap all these 5 sausages in. All 5. There we go, this is sharp, so you be careful with this. And take the cases off. Don't need no stinking cases. So you don't have to do this. This is just an added thing I put in there. So cottage pie, you don't have to do any of this, okay? So if you want to do it without this, then you go ahead and do it without this. Make sure you wash your hands. So that's just reminded me, I've actually done it where I've cooked them for a bit first hand, just to, or beforehand, just to get some of maybe the salts and stuff out of the pork. But you know, it cooks in here as well, just as good. So you just have to leave it simmering for a while. Do you know what I mean? So there we go. So look at this. So we've got that going. The kettle's boiled some more now. Gina's coming to investigate what's going on again. You can see it on that. There we go. So I've just put in a whole load of water. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of these in. What's this? This, in this particular meal, with 4 pounds of beef, I'll have you find, I'm going to put in an entire pack of this. And look how much is in it. Peas and carrots. Why is there sodium in here? So what we've got in here? 425 grams of carrots and peas. But you can put other veg in there if you want. I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to put it in. There we go. So I'm putting that in there. Look.
Wow, I can see the picture.
Put all that in as well. Where's my bing bong bing bong? So I'm going to put a second one in now because the other one's had time to do its thing.
God, man.
Hello, yes? Are you talking to me? So I've just sniffed this. So you don't have to sniff it if you don't want to, but I sniffed this, okay? And I'm going to put it in. But I'm going to sniff it a second time. Don't forget, you don't have to sniff this at all. I'm going to sniff it a second time. And my daughter's going to sniff it now as well. Now, you don't have to have a daughter to cook this, to sniff it as well, okay? I'll put it in, it's too late now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, get a bit more pepper in there.
Oh my god, it tastes good.
And I don't know how much pepper to put in. I'm just going to put in some pepper because it makes me feel like I'm a chef. You know what I mean? Look at that. Yes.
I like to taste them, so I can taste that cottage pie.
Yeah, you can have some cottage pie later, and then I'm going to put a bit more Lee and Perrins in.
Wow.
Like that,
I like
see?
that.
And then I'm cranking it up to high. I have put the temperature on high. You can see it starting to bubble already. Look at that.
I'm so excited to taste it. I like cottage pie.
Okay. And then what I'm going to do
I'm going to see cottage pie.
is I'm going to put the lid on. Because we have got... So I'm going to keep the lid on for the next 15 minutes. And then they come round in about an hour. So people come round in about an hour. So I'm going to take the lid off in 15 minutes so that it really, like... And I'm going to boil one off so that it simmers, it reduces. That's it, it reduces. Right, here comes my lovely wife, Mrs. Subconscious. Well, my sweetie pie. Well, my cutie pie. So what I'm doing is I'm making cottage pie. Did you not get the memo? Straighten this up now. Did you just say, come here, my cutie pie?
No, she said hello. Cottage pie.
Right, now what do I need to do after that? Well, it's a very good question. So I'm going to have a look at this. Okay, so that was the end of the first section. The second section of this epitaph is that I will now wash the cutting boards that I was using for cutting, and I will also wash the green knife that I used for cutting, and I shall be preparing some potatoes for the second part of the epitaph. Thank you very much. Right, it's Idaho potato time, because while all that's hand zimmering, what I'm going to do, except for that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly clean the potatoes because it says right here, look, you see that? Wash before use. So I'm going to wash them very quickly before use. They sort of look like zombie potatoes. We've got about, how many pounds of it? We've got about 5 pounds, I think, five libs. 2.27 kilograms. So I'll cut these into chunks, right? So I'll just cut it in two. You don't need to know any of this, do you? But then I cut it again like that. Cut that one like that. So. And then I'll just do this. I'll just cut like this. Whoop. And then I'll cut it down the middle. And that'll do. There you go. Slap it in the pot. In the pot. And I'll just keep going. Right, so I've finished chopping. And this is what I ended up with. Look at that. Here we go. Chopped up. Tons of it. So I'm actually turning this down a little bit. What's the time? Whoa, 8 minutes past 2. I want this to reduce now, so because I've got to get this ready for like past. So this is hot. Take that off. Right, I want this to reduce now, big time. So that's on the highest setting right now. High. I'm just going to leave that to this thing. I've just got to keep watching it and hope it doesn't bubble over, do you know what I mean? Just put a bit more pepper in. You'll never go wrong with a bit more pepper. Get a bit of Liam Perrins in. A little splash. So I'm going to get the missus to shred the cheese. Actually, she offered, but I just wanted to seem like I was powerful. So, what's going on here? Right, this is what you do, see? And then you pour in here the meat, and then on the top you get a spoon out and you start scooping the mashed potato on top, and then you get a fork and you start doing some styling stuff, you know what I mean? Freestyling. So you've got to make sure that you stir, let me put this here, you've got to make sure you stir this quite a lot, because otherwise it'll stick to the bottom. So keep stirring it every now and again. It's fine. This is reduced quite a lot. Let me give it a stir quickly. Looks like this is reduced pretty good. Oh, you see the sauce is nice and thick. Hold on, let's do that properly. Look at that, nice and thick. This looks like it's going pretty good, so I'm gonna mash that up now. Woohoo! Oh my gosh. Fantastic, look at that, look at these potatoes. Lovely jubbly. Right. So this is what you use a wok for. This wok, you use it for making Oriental food. You also use it for making mashed potato. Get it all in there, get it in there. So you've got some butter, Preferably unsalted, but this is salted, but that's fine. And then we've got the double cream in the UK, double cream or heavy whipping cream. They're going to be here any minute. Oh, I better put the oven on. I'm going to put the oven on. No, I'm going to put the... I'm not putting the oven on, I'm putting the grill on. I want to grill it. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's odd. Over here they call it broiling, like putting it in under a grill. It says the grill, you're grilling it, but they call it broiling. So broil it, which sounds like boiling, on high. I've got it on high. Just put it on bloody high, you know. So let's mash this up. You know how it works. I did want it in there 15 minutes ago. So just look at that big block of butter. Just slap that there. Cut another bit, stick it there. Put that there, I guess. Let's pour a bit on. That looks like cream, doesn't it? Right, mix. Let's get squashy with it. So here's the big moment, right? The big moment. So I'm gonna pour this stuff here in here. Let's see how it goes.
Oh my God.
Are you going to take a spoon?
How he's gonna pour it?
Pour a bit in.
You need any help?
Nah, that's fine. Pour a bit in there. Yeah.
It's an iPhone and a light.
Wow.
You don't have your light on.
There we go. It's gonna kick off. We're gonna off-road now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slap some of that on there. Slap some of that there. Slap some of this here. Slap some of that there. Do the same on here. So what you do now is you get your fork, right? Fork in hand. And then you do this. And normally it's a little bit, I guess it's a bit thicker than it would normally be, so...
You do what?
You do what? You do what? And then what you do is you spread it about a bit. Maybe sort of like put a bit more milk in there and... Oh, hello. Yeah, that's it. There we go, see. Bella Lugosi. You get some grated cheese, you can grate it yourself. Especially for in the UK, because you know we like to do things ourselves rather than buy the packeted stuff, you know, for more money. Then what you do is you sprinkle some of that over the top. Preferably the mature cheddar, or not sharp cheddar, not sharp cheese over here. You want like proper bloody mature cheddar. Like, do not go near the sharp cheese over here in the US. Really not strong at all. That's terrible. You want to go straight to the fancy cheeses and get cheese with a Union Jack on it, right? I'll put them in there until it starts browning on the top, and then I'll take it out. You don't need to do much else. Just get it in there, get it browning. Do you know what I'm talking about? Whoa! Watch out! Beagle's about you. What's it? Watch out!
Everybody wants a quarter. They want whole.
In the pandemic, we would do, in the beginning, we started doing our good China and good crystal and stuff, and it just made things.
Yeah, come here.
Wow!
Let's put some cheese on it. Come over here.
Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yeah, you like it, cheese, don't you? Get that on there. Bloody tons. This is awesome. Thanks for watching. That's how you make cottage pie. If you've got any questions, I'll do some extra bits, but you know, just get it in your face. Get it in your face.